The following program is a 20 East Media Network LLC presentation. Please hit the like button and enjoy the show. Thank you.
This is The Truth, and this is 20 East Media Network LLC production. All rights reserved. Welcome to The Truth TV Open Mic Night. Respect your new, respect to my sisters, you new and together. Y'all know what to do. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure you turn on your notification. I just found out something about the president. The president, or the so-called president of the United States, right? What if I told you what he's doing? What if I told you he is welcoming white refugees from South Africa among his mass deportation of other folks? What would you say if I said that? Donald Trump is welcoming white South Africans as refugees while deporting non-white migrants from other countries. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that, right? How do you feel about it? I'm gonna let you hear the question.
In their own country or heading to the United States, your administration is going to look for refugees. Now, this comes as a result of virtually all refugee admissions for people that have been from countries like Sudan and Democratic Republic. Why are you thinking expedite your path to the country?
Because they're being killed, and we don't want to see people be killed. But it's a genocide that's taking place that you people don't want to write about. But it's a terrible thing that's taking place, and farmers are being killed. They happen to be white, but whether they're white or black makes no difference to me. But white farmers are being brutally killed, and their land is being confiscated in South Africa. And the newspapers and the media, television media, doesn't even talk about it. If it were the other way around, they talk about it. That would be the only story they talk about.
Oh, well, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. He talking about white farmers' land. He talking about being taken in South Africa. Don't that sound kind of strange that he won't talk about South Africans, melanated people over there is taking the white folks' land over there? And when they stole this land over here, overtook it. It's kind of funny how he said that, right? Okay, let's go. This is per Atlanta Black Star. Yeah, he sound crazy. He sound real crazy. He sound real crazy. The Pearl Leather Black Star, and it was May 10th when this came out. This is so ridiculous and insane. Trump accused of rolling out the red carpet for white South Africans, alleging racism with free housing and furniture. How do y'all... Wait a minute. People, you trying to get rid of immigrants. Then you get rid of immigrants that are U.S. citizens. You taking them off the streets and you're not sending them back to the country that they were from. And I just found out the other day, the Asians, they want to ship them off to Lebanon. Then they put them in solitary confinement until they sign the paper to be shipped out to Lebanon. How crazy is that? And guess who critics blame for it? Elon Musk. Okay. While migrants from Christ-ridden countries like Venezuela, the Congo, and Afghanistan are being denied refuge or deported to brutal detention centers, Donald Trump and his administration are expected to welcome 54 white South African refugees with full resettlement benefits. Full resettlement benefit. Now we want to talk about the immigrants that's already over here that getting benefit that he forward, but yeah, he want to bring 54 white South Africans over here and get full benefit. Now let's talk about that. See, that's make me feel some type of way, but yeah, he want to say he wanted deport the bad immigrants, but yet the ones that doing things legally he deport, but yet he want to bring some people, the white South Africans, over here because their land get taken, and bring them over here as refugees and get full settlement. That do not compute with me. Tell me how do that work? How do that work? So you bring 54 white 54 white South Africans over here to give them full resettlement benefits, but other refugees from other countries, you don't want them over here. Yeah, where is our reparations? Y'all stole this land. Everything they got, they stole it from our ancestors, and they still stealing it. We started rapping and singing, they want to rap and sing. We started a new dance craze, they want to try to get it. We started a fashion line, they want to try to get it. But yet, you want to deport these folks that's legal over here and doing the things the right way, but yet you want to bring somebody else over here for a real full resettlement benefit. But what our resettlement benefit? Where our land at? Where our money at that you owe us? What that at? Now check this out. Despite no ongoing war or humanitarian crisis in their country, despite no ongoing war and humanitarian crisis in their country, he want to bring them over here. Hey, there was some of these folks who voted for Trump, they voted for. They want to get really immigrants, but he want to bring some over here to reach benefits over here. And send the ones they got back to a place they not from, send it back to their home country. Which don't, see, I was going to stay silent about it until I saw this. I was going to stay silent about it, see how it played out. Right? I was going to see how it played out, but I had to talk about it. In Venezuela, crime is soaring. The economy is shambles, and political oppression is commonplace. For many, there's a lack of basic necessities like food and medicine. Respect static. Think about it. In Venezuela, they in the pressures, they're coming in shambles. And for many, that's a lack of basic necessities like food and medicine. But yet, you want to send people back to Venezuela. You want to send them to Lebanon. You want to send them to I've got the other country. They want to send them down south, the hard-ridden country, and spend the time in the hard prison cell for doing the right thing. But yet, no type of war, no military crisis, it happened in South Africa. I tell you why. Because some of the South Africans, our brothers and sisters over there in South Africa, they ain't having none of that BS that is going on over here. That's why. That's why. What we supposed to do? Welcome them with open arms? I don't think so. You want to deport some of the Hispanic, some of these Asian, some of these Jamaicans. I go so on and so on. I keep going on and on. But yet you want to bring the South Africans over here to reap the benefit and full resettlement. Full resettlement. That sounds real crazy, don't it? While some countries like Venezuela is they are coming in shambles. Some don't have the necessities as food and medicine. Like some of the, think about it, 54 people coming over here reaping the benefit with full resettlement when some of our children is in this orphanage. It's not getting benefits like they're supposed to be getting. The health care they're supposed to get. Our sisters and brothers are not getting the health benefit they supposed to be getting. Especially our black women, when they're pregnant, they are told they can stand the pain when they go to the hospital. There are some hospitals, some doctors, some nurses don't believe they're in pain. But yet, you want to get it for resettlement. What about reparation? What about money? What about land? What about helping us get my brothers and sisters help get businesses off the ground? See, I call it like I see it. For some of y'all people, hey, he is going mad. And guess what they try to do now? You buy a ticket or something, whatever. Hey, the airline trying to sell your information. Get your information to ICE, Department of Homeland Security. What if ICE walked up on you and put your loved one from the streets? Trying to shut down the college, the funding to the colleges, because some of the president is not bending to his word. And some of these schools that doing the major researches on diseases and all that stuff can't get the benefits. So what you're supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? Desperate to survive, many Venezuelan migrants came to the United States only to be branded as criminals and shipped to an El Salvador prison from which they may never be released. Think about that. Think about that. They came here for a better life, and some of them came here legally, some came here illegally. But do they deserve to be shipped to El Salvador, a hardship prison, where they may never be released? Do they deserve that? Is that humanitarian? That's how cold the president's heart is. That's how cold this administration heart is. Yeah, we want them back in their country, but we don't want them to suffer the hardship. Or be it in another country, in a prison where gangs are at. Real hard gangs. We don't want that. Other migrants from war-torn countries like the Congo and Afghanistan had also been turned away. But yeah, he want to bring 54 white South Africans over here and get them full resettlement. But you're gonna turn away one from Congo and Afghanistan, where there is war going on. But you want to turn away folks that in war-torn countries that have a humanitarian crisis going on. But you want to turn away them. But yet you want to bring 54 white South Africans over here. There's no war going on, and there's no humanitarian crisis going on. But yet you still want to ship off legal immigrants along with the illegal immigrants and send them to some godforsaken harsh prisons. But everybody want the same thing, but that don't add up to me. That do not add up to me. How do that add up? People crying about, these illegal immigrants, these immigrants get all the benefit that we should be getting. What about reparation of land and stuff we supposed to be getting? But yet, we don't hear the people crying about these 54 white South Africans that want to come on here that's not from a hardship country, that war going on, there's no humanitarian crisis, but yeah, they turn away people from Congo and Afghanistan where we know war going on. And that is a humanitarian crisis. See, this country had got soft. This country do not have the heart. That's why other countries actually laughing at us. Cause of this BS that going on. Respect to Mondo.
Yeah, what's going on? Salute to the chat. Salute. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, man. As far as them El Salvador, man, look, listen, bro. I'm gonna tell you the same thing I've been saying since November last year, man. They brought it on themselves. You know what I'm saying? The Latino vote is what put Trump back in there. That's who put him back in there, man. The thing about it, man, the Latino community is divided. You got the Mexicans have their own agenda. Puerto Ricans have their own agenda. They vote against their best interests. They main agenda was not to elect a black person. So they rather roll with, they would rather vote against their best interests and put their family members in harm's way at jeopardy of being deported. And here we are. I don't feel sorry for them, bro. That's what they voted for.
Now, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about these Americans that's over here. Oh, we need to get rid of the immigrants because they take it all away to benefit people. But yet, how do they feel about he want to bring 54 South Africans over here and get full resettlement fee and stuff?
54 what? I know it's got to be more than 54. 54 what?
White South Africans.
Just 54?
The count for right now 54.
54 people.
54 people.
Man, that ain't gonna tap into nothing, man. That ain't gonna solve. And another thing you got to remember, man, people from South Africa, they got their own money. People got money down there.
But he stated full resettlement. See what I'm saying? But yet they want to turn away people from real war-torn countries. You see what I'm saying? That's my gripe with it. That's my gripe with it right there.
I don't really get caught up in foreign, like immigrants issues and stuff like that, man. Because them people don't give a damn about black folks. They don't give a damn about black Americans. I mean, them not hold on. Them Nigerians and them folks from Africa, man. They can't stand us black Americans. They don't.
No?
They don't like us, man. They don't even consider consider us to be real black people. They call us fake, watered down black people. They call us mutts, Western mutts, because because of what happened to our ancestors.
But it might have funny. See, they calling us that, but yet they try to copy us.
No, I'm talking about. I'm talking about them Africans, the ones you going to bat for. I don't give a damn about them because they don't give a damn about us.
Look at, I'm like this right here. I don't care about. I'm like this. If you gonna get them asylum, want to get them full resettlement, give our reparation, give our land back, and tell about people stealing land. Y'all stole this. They stole this damn land. Give it back.
Well, let me break something down to you, brother. In a way, from 1965, maybe up until now, we got pretty much the reparations that we're gonna get. It was just in increments, in the form of welfare, in the form of food stamps, in the form of Section 8. Now, I know, you had some white people that was getting food stamps and welfare as well. But and I know that back in the 80s and the 90s, you had folks that was living in the projects that were, paying $5 rent a month and getting $700 and $800 worth of food stamps and getting thousands of dollars worth of TANF checks and welfare checks, bro. Where everybody else had to work like hell to get that kind of money.
I ain't talking about that kind of reparation. Hey, put it away. It gonna get got one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying
America ain't got it. Here's another reason why it won't happen in our lifetime. It won't happen no time soon.
Yeah, they don't have it.
America don't have. Let me finish. America don't have it, brother, because we are in debt. We are in debt. How? How are they gonna give? So it's like what 13? Wait a minute, like somewhere between 13, 17 million black folks, or how many is it?
More than that. And I just read
it got to be somewhere between. Okay, it can't be no more than 50 million black people in America. Let's just say if it's 50 million black people in America, what makes you think they got that kind of money to give us for reparations when they are in debt? America has been in debt since the Bush years. Since you got to go back to the damn Gulf War, bro. We've been in debt, man.
And those you just said something about reparation.
Mm-hmm.
The Cam County going to give. I don't know how they're going to do it. Reparation to some people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they're going to do it, but
DeKalb County.
Yeah.
If it happens, and that's what Together was saying. Together was on the panel last year when we were doing our debates and we was talking about reparations. If it does happen, and it will eventually, it's not going to be no federal thing. It's not going to happen federally. It's going to be state by state by state. You will see, let's say Illinois. I could see Illinois being one of the first states. Illinois, and then maybe New York. Even though all the slavery activity took place in the South is going to be behind. They're going to be last.
Yeah.
The first ones that's going to jump out there and do it is going to be states up north that does it.
Yeah. And I'm going to say this right here. With all of that being said is all the money being spent on this and on that, all the tax and all that BS, and try to find some money, whatever. You're spending money, try to find money, and give it to Doge. Talk about some $100 billion, but yet paid them $300 billion. You see what I'm saying? The math ain't mathing no right now. You see what I'm saying? The math is not mathing. It's just crazy how the economy is, but yet you don't want it. Yeah, I'll tell you the truth. I don't want no free stuff. I really don't want the money. I just want the land. You feel what I'm saying? I just want the land. That's it. You keep the money. Cause with the land, I can make money off the land. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, you know, listen, man. It's enough it's enough black millionaires and billionaires in America right now. Do you know there are more millionaires and billionaires in this country than it is in any other country in the world?
Yep.
All of these black millionaire rappers, ball players that are getting the opportunity to make this kind of money. Now you got high school kids making millions in NIL deals. You got college kids making millions. So you mean to tell me all of these millionaires, black millionaire and billionaires can't put their money together and buy a lot of land, buy up enough land where we can build our own hospitals, where we could build our own schools, where we could build our own theaters, where we could have our own food distribution plant, where we can have our own chain of grocery stores, where we can have our own chain of Walmarts. The money is there.
Yeah.
But these young clowns choose to take that money and go splurging it on women, cars,
party,
jewelry, clothes, everything else.
Yep. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. You know Hammer went broke. You know when Hammer went broke, right? See that
being nice, trying to look out for everybody. That's another thing too. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but at least he tried. Everybody. At least he tried. You see what I'm saying?
Listen, man.
He did it the wrong way. He did it the wrong way. He did it the wrong way, though.
Slow down. That was dumb.
Yeah.
That was dumb. That was dumb business what he did. Okay. You can't save everybody. You can't.
Cause everybody don't want to be saved.
Yeah. You look out for the ones that were there for you when you was down, when you didn't have nothing. A lot of them dudes, salute to you, Brooklyn Hood. A lot of them dudes that he was taking care of were bandwagon Negroes. What I mean by bandwagon Negroes, the Negroes that come along and want to be a part of what you got going on after you done made it. Those are the ones you got to watch out for. Them bandwagon Negroes.
Yeah, and you know what? You know that goes into another thing too. Not only them, not only the Negroes. I hardly use the N-word, right? Some women, they want the finished product, but they want to stick around. They have to build up and make you really get you there. You see what I'm saying? Help you get there. You see what I'm saying? See, that's the problem with our community. They want the finished product. I don't care, you man and woman. A man finished product, a woman want a finished product. Not all of them. Not all of them. But how many going to go out there and sacrifice what they got going on? Let me take you for example. Listen, with the nursing school, right? You sacrifice.
Medical school.
But you sacrifice, right? You sacrifice. How many other black men give me a percentage?
Very few.
Black men.
Very few.
Yeah, very few.
Very few.
Let me take it another step further. How many black people, our brothers and sisters, their mother get ill, their father get ill, or somebody in their family member get ill? How many would be quick to ship them off so they won't have to deal with it?
Unfortunately, it's a lot of them. It's a lot
It's
of
very few to take. It's very few to take care of their relatives when they get down and out. There's very few to take care of their parents or their relative that is sick and can't fend for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Cause go ahead.
And that's, I see that happen a lot with the white community and the black community. Now,
Yeah.
the Hispanics and Asians, they don't put their people in no retirement home or no old folks home. They take care of them folks. They take care of them people. They already have everything worked out, already set up, arranged for when they mom and dad or grandmom or granddad get up in age. They already have a plan.
Yep.
They don't defecate on their elderly the way on their elderly family members the way Caucasian and black folks do. The only two races that do that crap is white folks and black folks.
Yeah.
The Hispanics and the Asians, they don't do that. They don't do that.
I'm gonna ask you a question. When I told you what happened my mom, right? When I told you my mom, I told you that me and my sister, we talked about it, and the thought never did cross us putting her in one of them homes. Didn't I tell you that? Where's she at right now? Where's she at?
She with y'all.
It didn't even cross my mind, and I know, and I already know. When you talked about your dad, if you would have knew what you knew, he'd been on here with you.
Yeah, he would have been up here with me. I didn't know. I didn't know.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know if it was under his orders to keep it from me, but everybody that knew he had cancer, they kept it from me. And they kept it. They didn't say nothing to me. They didn't say nothing to Lisa. They kept it from both of us. We didn't know nothing. My brother, my sister, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else knew. Uncles, aunt, they all knew, but they never told me. They never told me. So, but you know that, hey, you can't erase the past, man. You know,
can't erase the past. Yeah. See, I said that to say this right here. Until we start back, like I always said, what I say when I end my show. Respect Edward Booker Hood. Thank y'all for coming in. Know how, like I say, when I end my show, right? You know why that with our community, right? You know that why with our community, because they don't love and respect themselves, right? Because like I said, if you don't love and respect yourself, if you don't love yourself, you don't love yourself. How you gonna love somebody else? Because I don't see some.
Well, the $1 billion question is, if you don't love and respect yourself, if we don't love and respect each other as a black community, how do we expect other races to respect us? Because other races sit back and watch how we treat one another. Other races sit back and watch how we can't even come together and build nothing. Every other race comes together and they build something. The whites, the Hispanics, the Asians, the Middle Eastern folks, they all the Native Americans, they all can come together and build together. The only race that can't do it is the black community.
Yep. And you said it. You said one day on your live. I forgot what live it was. Tulsa, Oklahoma, in Central Park, down here in Georgia, 2 cities in Georgia that got taken over. I think in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, them cities right there, right? That's them states right there.
All of that.
What was the downfall?
All of that happened. All of that, yes, all of that took place. All of that happened over 100 years ago. The Tulsa thing, hold up, slow down. The Tulsa thing was over 100 years All right, what happened up there in Lake Lanier, to that town in Lake Lanier, over 100 years ago? What happened in that little town? I think it was Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yep.
Greensboro, North Carolina. That was back in the 1890s. That
But
was well over 100 years.
But my point of that.
Go ahead.
But what I finna say is, you think there was no I ain't gonna call Uncle Tom. What I used to call them. I forgot what I used to call them. That's another black person involved in that. You see what I'm talking about? Jealousy.
Okay,
that was my point.
Okay, let me land a plane on what I was getting ready to say. Okay, we are look, man. All of that happened over 100 years ago. We need now. Look, yes, we need to know where we. In order to get where we going, we need to know where we came from. All right, so we know what happened in Tulsa. All right, that the media paints a picture that old white folks flew planes over the town and the white folks came and took and burned down the town, whatever. But the real truth about it is they had inside help. They had it was some jealous Negroes that gave them the blueprint and told them where the men and the women were hiding their weapons in the homes. So, but my thing is, to fast forward to 2025, what they did in Tulsa, what they built in Tulsa, could have been built 100 times over by now. Since the end of civil rights, since they integrated everything, there have been opportunities after opportunities after opportunities for us to rebuild. Right now, you got more black millionaires in this country than ever. And I mean, and you got people that have come on YouTube. D-Truth, you got people that have come on YouTube in the last 5 years and have became millionaires off of their content. Now, the thing is, with our people, when we get the money, we don't know what the hell to do with it. Other races get that kind of money, they know what to do with it. They go and build. You want to see Wall Street 2020? You want to see the 2025 version of Black Wall Street? Go to Pleasant Hill. Go to Pleasant Hill. Ride up and down. Go get off Ronald Reagan and ride down Pleasant Hill. Get off 85 North and ride down Pleasant Hill. Yep. You will see a carbon copy of Black Wall Street, but it's the Mexican version. You know why? Yep. And it ain't got nothing to do with skin color. It ain't got nothing to do with no. Them people put their money together and they build together. They have each other's back together. Do they bicker and argue? Yes. But at the end of the day, they come together, they put their funds together, and they build. They got banks, malls, they got strip malls, restaurants, a hospital, all up and down Pleasant Hill. Now, you tell me a group of people that just got started coming over here in the late 70s. Okay, I'm talking about I know some of them were already here, but I'm talking about coming over here by the thousands. And they didn't start that until the late 70s. And they were 20 years ago, they were considered the lowest on the totem pole. Now they have 10 times more businesses all over the country than blacks. Tell me how that happened.
I'm gonna tell you this right here. You know that small, I forgot what city it is down about around the Bronx area around that way. Them black folks put their money together. All they waiting on to get the sewers and all that stuff put in there. They put all their money together to build their own city. You feel what I'm saying? See, they want their own city. But guess what? It's going to be a hater somewhere. Going to try to sabotage. It's always one. It's always because you know what's wrong with our people. You know what's wrong with our people. I'm telling you what's wrong with our people. They are scared that it's just like me and you. We're not scared you gonna have more than I do. Cause what I got, you got. What you got, I got. You see what I'm saying? It ain't like that with some of them.
Well, the thing about the way I would look at it is, okay, if you, let's say like me and you bought a scratch off, and I hit for 10 million and you don't hit for nothing. Okay, so it ain't I hit for 10 million, it's we hit for 10 million. You see what I'm saying? It ain't no I in team. When it come to other races, it ain't no I in team. It's only in our community. It's only in our community. But here's the kicker. They'll show more love and support to outsiders. They'll show give them the most utmost respect. They won't believe you come with a bit. Put it like this: how many times have you seen a black person come up with a business idea to a group of black investors? They get shot down, but a white woman or a white man come with that same idea, pitch that idea, they'll be ready to invest it. They'll be ready. They'll feel more comfortable. They'll feel more safer to invest their money into that white person over their own kind. It's because it's that slave mentality. It's that Willie Lynch mentality. That crabs in a barrel mentality, to the point where they would rather help the white man come up before they help their own black brother.
Yep, you're right. And I'm gonna see how you feel about this. A woman born in rural Georgia during segregation was never issued a birth certificate and repeatedly denied one by the state. Now she unable to attain the real ID. You know what I'm talking about? Real ID, where they talking about you need the fly, whatever. See, and that's not just a one-off. There's a whole lot of people born back then didn't have no birth certificate because they midwives. You know what I'm saying? And you know, back then,
if you that old, you ain't really got no business flying. I don't recommend, and I don't mean that as a joke. I seriously really mean that, because I really honestly believe that's how I lost my mother 3 years ago. She got on a plane, flew to Israel. And I really feel that played a part in her passing away in her sleep, because she had no health, no signs of being sick or anything before she left the United States. So I don't think it's a good idea for an elderly person, a person in their 70s and 80s. You talking about people that they didn't have birth certificate. You talking about they got to be in their 80s or their 90s. When you're that old, you ain't got no business getting on no plane. I don't think you should be flying health wise. It's not. It's the risk is too high.
Even just to get the ID to go to doctors and all that stuff. You know how you need all that paperwork to do that. Can't even do that without no ID. You know that.
Well, I think you have to go to the capital. And you have to go to the capital of if the person is able to get to the capital of their state, if you were born in that state, you get to the capital. That's where the younger family members come in at. That's where it goes back to what I was saying a team effort. All right, the younger family members should step up and help these elderly people obtain their birth certificate and whatever they need in order to, get things done or vote or whatever.
Yeah, and I look like this right here, because we know there's some people that old. We know people that old in this country, right? And it's new. Well, I ain't gonna say it new. It been out. I'm going to tell y'all, it been out. It just now, they just now actually putting it out there. See, and she have a marriage license, birth of a birthplace, social security number. I'm trying to figure out how you get a social security number without a birth certificate. And she received Medicaid and other public assistance. I'm trying to figure out how that happened without no ID. See, and that's the thing. Her son is helping her. You see what I'm saying? Try to get her ID.
You can you can have a birth certificate without I remember
a social security number.
Yeah, well, yeah. You remember you're born. You get your birth certificate. What, the same day or the next day, and then you probably won't get a social security number. Some states you may not get a social security number until you get in middle school.
Yeah, but like I said, she was born back in the 1940s, and she was born in somewhere in Georgia, but she live in Florida now. So it just is all of this right here.
Yeah, she would have to come to Atlanta. She would have to make her way to Atlanta. I mean, there's no way of getting around that. There's no way of getting around that. But that's what it ain't impossible for her to obtain the information. She just, these younger family, that's where it comes back to. The younger family members got to step up and help this woman get here in order to obtain her birth certificate.
Yeah, and that goes back to what we was talking about at first, right? Some young people don't know what the hell they doing, and they really don't want to know. Cause they want. How many? I'm gonna tell you. I tell people do their research. How many of these young people actually go do that doggone research on how to attain stuff these days? They worry about the jewelry and all that stuff, and what's going on social media out of Flash and LeBron and KD and Anthony Edwards, and I can go even the musicians. They worry about what they got. They worry about they want to be a rapper. They worry about they want to be the best athlete. What you gonna do when a situation happen? What they gonna do when a situation happen? You don't know how to go about it, get it. Oh, you're gonna have somebody else go get it for you. But do you think they're gonna trust another black person to go get it for them?
Well, can't nobody come go get it for you. You got to go yourself.
I talk about information. You think they trust the information coming out of another black person's mouth?
Well, I mean, like when it comes to business ideas, I mean, I don't know where you jump in subjects. I'm talking about. When I was speaking on that, I was talking about when it comes to business ideas and building.
Yeah, I know
you talking about IDs and stuff. You jumping. You know what I'm saying? You jumping.
No, but I'm saying that look, even the business ideas, IDs, whatever. There's some people that not going to trust somebody like me and you that know what we're talking about, and we'll go research it for you and give you the information how to go about doing it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, and that's that's bad. That happens a lot in our race. Black person, that they may come to you with a business idea, and it could be a damn good business idea. You'll shoot it down, but a white person come with that same damn business idea, that same executive summary, and present it and do a presentation. They'll be ready to jump on board, be ready to invest.
Yep, real quick. So, like when you came to the idea about starting 20 East, right? Hey, I was on board from the beginning, wasn't I? Because I know how we can build on it, and we bounce the ideas off each other. Now we got other people in the 20 East. We bounce ideas off of all of us. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to build something great. We want to build something great. See, there's some people don't know how to. There's some of our folks don't want to leave a legacy, right? By I mean legacy. They don't want to pass nothing on down to the next generation in their family. They want to keep it all to themselves. Would I be wrong if I said that?
Well, in a way, I think with a lot of people in our community that make it and get the, and obtain that kind of money, they don't think ahead. They don't think ahead. They splurge and splurge and splurge and splurge. Want to keep up with the Joneses. Want to go out and buy the most expensive cars. Want to jump out there and buy Maybachs and Ferraris and Lambos and stuff. Where you see a white person that got the same amount of money, seven figures or 8 figures, they'll go get a Honda. They'll go get a Honda or a damn Lexus or Audi, something like that, and be satisfied with it. They'll go get a Ford Explorer and be riding around in it, and you will never know that they're millionaires.
There you go.
Now I see it all the time out here, man. These white folks, man, they ain't riding around in no Bentleys and Ferraris and stuff. Like, man, these folks riding around and you know, some of them got Teslas, but most they'll ride around in an Acura or a Honda or Lexus or a Toyota or something like that. These folks be banked up, man. Be having millions of dollars in a trust fund.
Yeah, and the thing, I'm gonna tell you this story right here. I got a customer, right? I told you, her husband would come there. He take her to the doctor. She 80-some years old, whatever. She still gets around good. I told her remember I told you New Year's Eve, she brought me a bottle of wine, right?
Mm.
Oh, guess what? She brought me another bottle of wine the other day. You see what I'm saying? And you never know, cause you know what part of time I work in. You already know that part of town.
Mm.
Look at, some of them folks don't even live in the house. They only live in a mansion. They live in an apartment.
Yeah.
Am I lying?
No, you ain't lying. They ain't living in no apartment. They'll go in, you know, some condos you can buy. Condos you can buy, penthouses you can buy, lofts you can buy. These folks, okay, so after their kids graduate, bro, they'll go and maybe buy a condo downtown, not too far into town, but on the outskirts of downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Or they'll go buy some little cheap beachfront property down in South Florida, and they'll sit on their money. But see, black folks can't do that, man. They money be itching in their pockets. They can't wait to spend it, can't wait to splurge it.
And then can't wait to go show what they got on social media.
Yeah. and then when they get like around, so they get their money in their 30s and their 40s, run through it, and then when they get in their 60s and 70s, ain't got a damn thing to show for it.
Man, you know some athletes. You know some athlete
personally
that had money.
Mm-hmm.
Are broke now.
Broke as a joke. Ran through all that money. I remember these dudes used to be up and done the Blue Flame and Club Nicky, throwing money up at the ceiling, making it rain. And I ain't talking about no ones now. I ain't talking about they wasn't throwing no ones up in the air.
They throwing ones up all right, with 2 zeros at the end.
Yep.
2 zeros at 100 up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of investing,
not just the athletes, the rappers too. Rappers, actors, actresses, ran through all their money, man.
See, and everybody want to talk about Shaq, what he doing. Guess what? He invested in the business. he get that money back.
Yeah.
He get that money back. Everybody want to talk about Magic. Look at all the hands. Look what hands he got in his business, right? Hey, and look, everybody want to talk about Tyler Perry putting on the dress and all that stuff, but guess what? He making move. What he doing? Put money back in his pocket, right? See, if you're not investing your money,
only thing about Tyler Perry is, man, the way he went about doing it.
Yeah.
He built his wealth off of black chaos.
Yeah.
And he's talented enough where he could have came up with other storylines or other concepts. Don't make your people look like buffoons.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how he built his brand, off of making his own people look like buffoons in his movies and TV shows.
Yeah. I'm telling you something. I'm telling you somebody we hardly hear about on social media, anything. You heard anything bad about Denzel Washington online? Silent, huh?
I ain't never heard nothing bad about Denzel Washington. But remember now, we never heard anything bad about Bill Cosby until he got almost 80 years old.
Yeah,
we ain't never heard nothing bad about Smokey Robinson until like a couple of last week. And Smokey Robinson, man, Smokey Robinson got to be pushing 90 years old almost.
Yeah. That's another subject I want to talk about. Okay, all these women want to come civil lawsuit, right? All these women want to come civil lawsuit. You know I'm finna go there. They want to come civil lawsuit. Why you file criminal charges?
That's a good question.
Why ain't no criminal charges?
I know if I'm a female and I get sexually violated, I'm gonna want justice. I'm gonna want justice first, and then your money. It seems like these women, it's like, okay,
a money grab.
They get violated. They thinking about, they just trying to go after your pockets. They ain't trying to get justice. I'm different. I'll be trying to put your butt behind bars.
There you go. And me, you talked about this behind the scenes, right? I looked at it like this right here. Okay. We know how vindictive some women are. Not always, some women are vindictive. Man gives what they want, and he don't want nothing to do with it no more. Then all of a sudden you come up with this plot. Okay, he did this. He sexually violated me. Okay, like this girl, Lil Wayne. Yeah, I don't know if you heard about this. Lil Wayne flew his mom and daughter down to where he at, and he kicked out on Mother's Day. Kick both of them out on Mother's Day. Try to shame him. You see what I'm saying? Nobody told you to leave New York to come down here and stay with Lil Wayne.
That's where I tell young brothers, look, man, quit messing with thoughts. when you mess with trash, you're gonna get trash results. All right. So you can't sit there. That's why in situations like that, I don't sit there and blame it on the woman. You know why? Because these men need to learn how to damn vet.
Yep.
They need to learn how to damn vet. When you out here picking these 304s, you picking these thoughts, you know what I'm saying? You going in places where you know the female gonna spread their legs open quicker than the other. Instead of going after a corporate woman, a woman that got some business about themselves, they rather go after something easy. A female with a big butt and a smile, the ones that'll sit there and open it up quicker.
They want a trophy on their own.
You're gonna get those kind of results.
They want a trophy under their own, right? That's what they want, a trophy. What they call a trophy, right?
Hold up. You got some women with good head on their shoulders, some decent women with careers that are fine as hell, that could be trophy wives. These Negroes want something easy. They want something easy that they can smash. They want they go pick out a female that they can smash on the second date, on the first or the second date. Not realizing if it's easy for you, it's gonna be easy for the next man. And that's how a lot of them dudes set themselves up to be in those kind of situations.
Yeah. And here's another question right here. I got a question for you. Let's just say you with another woman, you married to her, right? She
Salute to you,
got
Jenny
kids.
Blair.
You got kids. You got a kid with another woman. You got a baby mama, but she got kids too, and they under y'all under the same roof. You and your wife, and your baby mama told you either your wife got to go or you don't see your child. What do you do?
Your baby mama tell you your wife got to go, or you'll never be able to see your child.
Yeah.
She can't legally do that.
Mm-mm.
If you are doing what you're supposed to be doing and taking care of that child, and you're paying child support on time, and you're paying for insurance, and you're paying for daycare and all of that, I don't see no female being dumb enough to try you like that. Women, let me tell you something. Women try that on them dudes that be slacking. Women
Mm.
try that on them dudes that be slacking. A dude that's handling his business and staying on top of his business with that kid and paying child support, buying the school clothes, paying for the insurance, keeping the insurance, the health insurance and everything. She ain't finna keep him away from that child.
Mm-mm. 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 See, only way I can see that happening, that baby mama still in love with you. She don't want you with the other woman, and she trying to use that. Men and women, stop using your child as I ain't gonna say a shield, as a scapegoat.
All right, but let me also break something down. Okay, you got these dudes out here that be okay. So my thing is, when you break up with somebody, you when it's over, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Where these dudes be messing up at, and that dude you talking about right now,
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you that dude playing games with his baby mama. Okay, so he got his wife, but he also smashing the baby mama on the side. See, when you do that, you playing games. And that right there, my friend, is called playing in somebody's face. You
Yep.
see, he got a wife over here, but he's still, smashing his baby mama. So he's sending mixed messages. When you
Yeah.
send mixed messages to a female and you still got a whole wife over here, you playing in your baby mama face. So guess what? It's going to be a cause and it's going to be an effect. Okay? You causing confusion by going over there making love to her and beating her down. And making her have all kinds of weird emotional feelings, and you starting something that you ain't gonna be able to finish because you are a married man. You have a wife over here. So that's you causing confusion, and the effect is gonna be she's gonna come back for revenge. She's gonna come back revenge. If you are doing it the right way, handling your business, all right, and you ain't touching her, you ain't trying to sleep with her. I don't give a damn how fast. You know that old saying, when you break up with a female, she start looking better. She start looking damn good for whatever reason. Don't touch her. Don't lay down with her. Just spend time, because right, y'all relationship is over with. You and her relationship is over. It's all about that child. You go pick up that child, spend time with the child, and pay whatever the child support and pay. Don't ever get behind on none of that stuff. If you do all of that and you take care of that child and you don't go and play games with the baby mama and try to confuse her and try to play with her emotions, then you will not have any problems out of that damn baby mama. A lot of these dudes be bringing that crap on them damn selves. And then want to tell everybody, oh, she crazy, she crazy, she crazy. No, you made her crazy by going over there, deacon her down on the side when you know damn well you cannot give her what she wants. And that is a permanent relationship.
Yep.
Because you have a wife.
Mm-hmm. And they gotta stop saying, I'm gonna leave my wife, you gotta stop saying that. You know what I'm saying? That's shoo. I don't know how
You creating a stalker.
Yep.
You're creating a situation where you're about to be stalked.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're giving false hopes. That it is wrong to do. Salute to you, Sikkim. It's wrong to give false hopes to anyone. How would you feel if the female was giving you false hopes? It's not right to be going around giving anybody false hopes. So you can't blame her.
Never.
You can't blame that woman for nutting up and want to come bash your damn windows out or want to slice your damn tires. You can't blame her. You don't play with her heart. You don't play with her emotions. You don't play mind games with her. So now you're getting what you damn deserve.
Yep. I want you to listen to some joke in here somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I got to put a little joke in here somewhere.
CJ loved to eat. He loved to eat, and CJ was a pretty boy.
Sound like my little brother.
And the women loved CJ. And one time, me and CJ, we went over to this girl's house. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you, but we went over to this girl's house. And she had cooked. And when she was cooking, she said, y'all got to hurry up. And I'm like, why we got to hurry up? She said, her husband may be getting off early. Well, I say, CJ, I ain't got no legs to help you out. And CJ was sitting in his spot where he eat at. And I guess she went in the kitchen to go get it. And he came in there, he seen us. He started walking towards us and say, ooh, I'm finna whoop me somebody. I didn't realize how much that girl loved him until she came out and said, ooh, not my patient. I looked up at CJ, and when he walked up on CJ, I looked at CJ. CJ said, He turned around and looked at me. I said, But we gonna miss him, y'all. And
they got in that situation, didn't they? You heard my note?
Yeah.
They got in that situation, didn't
they?
Yeah. Hey, some people don't get out of that situation like that. I don't see video where men jumping out of 2-story, 3-story with them, women doing the same damn thing. Like, god damn. I don't know what's going on in our community. I don't know what's going on. Bottom line, we need to get our stuff together, bro.
Well, the thing is, the world. It ain't a black white thing. It's the world. The world right now. It seems like everything is being sexualized. You can't even watch a commercial without the damn these people that are making these commercials nowadays are sexualizing things. You can't watch a NFL football game without something being sexualized. The cameraman will take the camera in the stands and find the hottest female or a female that's bending down in the bleachers. It's the world the world is so sexualized. Everything is about sex. So it's like, everybody's freaking. Everybody is screwing. It's screwing at a rapid pace, and people don't care. Women don't mind. Let me tell you something. Women don't mind sharing now. They don't care. They don't mind sharing. They know the dude got a woman. They know you got a woman. They know you got a wife. They know you got a girlfriend. They know you got a fiance, baby mama, whatever. They don't give a damn. They still gonna go after you. Because they feel like they want to know why she's so crazy about you. They want to know what is it that the reason why she's so in love with you. They want to find out what you working with. That's why married men that got women that's in a relationship, they get targeted more than single men, because women they don't want something that don't nobody else want. They want something. They want something that's off limits, because they feel like it's a reason why he's off limits, because he's doing something right.
And I look at that. I look at it right here. And it Jenny.
Hey, I'm telling you, no, I know. I'm talking about these single women. These single women. Let me tell you something. There are, believe it or not, and it's a lot of them here in Atlanta. I'm telling you this right now, man, because I overhear them talking. Okay, I overhear them talking, bro, and I be listening to some of these. You got a lot of female podcasters from the ATL, and then a lot of them are single, brother. A lot of them are single. This is their mindset now. Why go through the drama of getting in a relationship with a man to be hurt and disappointed? Why not just be single? That way you ain't got to share. You ain't got to get your feelings and emotions involved. So just find a dude that's already locked down, that's already married or already got somebody, and just F around with him and screw him and smash him. That way it won't be no strings attached, no nothing. It's just straight screwing, and then he go his way and she go her way. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, bro. That's the new mindset, bro.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. Jenny said she ain't finding. She be a fighter. You know what?
But hey, I'm telling her it's real. It's a lot of these single women. You think these dudes lying? It used to be a time you would have to lie and say, I ain't married, or hide your ring or whatever. Now
they want to marry.
The ring draws them. It's like a magnetic draw. The ring, a female that see a married man, they get wet now. They get wet off of it.
And then on top of that, not only married man, oh, tell a woman you're in a relationship and you serious about that woman.
Yeah, they want to find out why. They want to find out. Well, see, the thing is, they gonna size you up, ask you questions, and then they want to know. Then what they gonna do is they gonna go to your social media account. They gonna go to your Facebook account. Then they see pictures of you and your woman together, all hugged up together on vacation trips and shit. And they see that y'all happy, and she wants some of that happiness. She gonna be like, dang, she got a big smile on her face. I want to find out what she's so happy about.
And I'm say this right here. I got another story. Everybody was talking about Neo. Neo got sister wives, right? He got 3 sister wives. You know that, right?
I ain't know that.
He got. Hey, they look good.
Sister wives.
Yeah, 3 women, and he take care of all of them.
Look, I already told you how I feel about that. Look, let me tell you something. I feel like if a man can afford to support, but I ain't saying have a wife and a girl on the side. No. If you gonna have more than one woman, if you're gonna be smashing more than one woman, I feel like he should be allowed to marry both of them.
All three of them.
If he can afford, hold up there before y'all start. Armando, you done lost your man before y'all start cussing me out in the chat. I know Together coming. I know Together coming start cussing me. She might hit the panel after I say what I'm getting ready to say. This can be real good. But there needs to be a limit. And I say the limit is maybe 3. Okay. If you can afford 2 to 3 wives, all right. If you can afford to take care of 2 to 3 women, you will have to marry them. That would be the law. You will have to marry them, but you have to be able to take care of all 3 of them. And I'm talking about financially protecting them, emotionally, physically. If you're able to take care of all of them, put them all in the house together, whatever, then hey, I feel like, man, it shouldn't be against the law. Now I know it's allowed in Utah. It's allowed. I think Utah the only state that allows that. But I feel like, you know, if a man, cause you look, here's why I say this, Dietrich. Most men, and whether they admit it or not, most men, I ain't saying all, I said most men are dealing with more than one woman anyway. All right, including the married men. They got their wife at home and they got a chick across town as a side chick. You know what I'm saying? The only difference is they got 2 women. The only difference is one woman they got papers on, and the other one they don't have papers on.
And they don't know about each other.
So you may as well just make it official. If you're dealing with both women, move them in the house together, marry both of them, and that way both of them are getting the full benefits.
You see what you just said to you?
But see, look,
You see what you just said to you?
I'm just saying, Jenny, both women getting the same benefits. Health benefits, medical, dental, vision, they all getting the same. Everybody getting the same benefit. It ain't no situation where the married woman is getting all the benefits and the pound town girl ain't getting nothing.
Yeah.
Because see, if something, God forbid, if something happened to the guy, guess what? The side chick ain't gonna, she gonna be left out the pit. She ain't getting a damn thing. Everything going to the wife. Now, do you all understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this right here. I'm gonna say this right here.
Well, you tell me, how do you feel about that?
I'm gonna say this right here. One, and say, what if they wanted another man? Size him.
Huh?
What if they want another man size him?
Hold up. Let me tell you something, man. Hold on.
Hey, you know how some women get?
Hold up. Let me tell you something, man. Hold on. See, look. See, let me tell you something, man. See, that's a rhetorical question because, see, you already know the answer. You already know the damn answer when you ask the question. You know what I'm saying? And you know the answer because you know your Bible. You know your Bible. You grew up in the church. You went to Bible study just like I did, okay? Now, like I said, there were traditions that was brought over here to the West. You got Western traditions. Things that the way we do things over here in the Western part of the world, in the other 3 parts of the world are done totally different.
Yeah.
All right.
Arranged marriage.
Arranged marriage. If a man, arranged marriage. You got some arranged marriages here in the United States, man. But it's called breeding. It's breeding. It's called breeding, but it's the same damn thing. It's the same damn thing, bro. It's the same damn thing. You get one rich family. Okay, so let's say you got two rich families, the Fords, the Rockefellers. Okay,
Yeah.
so the Rockefellers, they have a son, and the Fords have a daughter. The mother and the father of the mother and father of the Fords and mother father of Rockefellers gonna get together and say, okay, when they get 15, 16 years old, we're gonna put them in situations where they're gonna be spending time around each other, they're gonna bond, and then they're gonna eventually date, and then they're gonna eventually fall in love. And when that happens, we're gonna rush in and pay for everything, pay for the wedding and everything, and they're gonna get married, and then they're gonna have kids. Boom. That's what you call breeding. So you already got it here in the United States. It ain't to the extent like how they do over in Africa and other countries.
But I tell you though, it's crazy. If this world don't get it together, I'm not just talking about this country, other countries. If they don't get it, if we as humans don't get it together, especially for this place we call Earth, sake, guess what? We're gonna lose everything. We don't get it together. We're gonna lose everything. I don't care who in office, what administration in office. I don't care what country. I don't care dictatorship. I don't care democracy. I don't care. If this world don't get their stuff together, cause think about it. When the last time there was an earthquake on this on the eastern board?
We've had some few earthquakes, but they were like low. I call them low warning signs. If a major earthquake was to ever break out or to ever happen on the eastern border, we'll be in trouble because we're not equipped to handle an earthquake. People were losing their mind.
They sure was.
They were losing their mind, man. So it's like, see, out there in California and Oregon and Washington, they equipped for it. They done been through it. I mean, generation to generation, they done been through it, or they used to it. It's like, okay, all right. It's like when it rains here, when the earthquake, it's like, okay. But I'm talking about if a real bad earthquake, like what happened out there in San Francisco, was to ever happen here on anywhere on the East Coast, we'll be in trouble.
Yeah,
We'll be in trouble. We ain't ready for nothing like that.
I'm gonna say this right here. You know how back in school that's California earthquakes, all that over out there, right? Said California gonna slide off in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? I'm going to tell people, if y'all don't know what earthquake is, all this is a tectonic shift in the lands striking against each other, one lower than the other. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a major fault over here on the East Coast. They don't want to tell you about it.
A big major fault, and that joker runs from like the southern border of Canada all through Maine. It goes all the way down like to South Georgia.
Yeah. And that's a whole lot bigger than California's.
Mm-hmm.
What you think what gonna fall first? Cali over here.
Well, the thing about it is, the last place that ever needs to get hit with an earthquake is Louisiana, because Louisiana's already below sea level.
Mm-hmm.
It's like having 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on land.
Ain't Florida below sea level too?
No, Florida ain't below sea level. Louisiana is, and parts of Galveston, that Galveston area. When Florida gets hit with a hurricane, they get hit. It's usually like wind and tornadoes and stuff like that. But when Louisiana get hit, it's water issues, flooding issues. You feel what I'm saying? They're below sea level. That's the last place that needs to get hit with a earthquake. They get hit with an earthquake, man. It's gonna be a serious problem.
What do you think about what Together said? It start with the leaders to get it together. You know what? I don't trust nobody in leadership right now. I don't care what side of the aisle they on. See, it ain't gonna take the leaders to get together. It's gonna take the people that not in leadership to get together. That's all over the world.
We don't have no real leaders on either Democrat or the Republican side. There's no real leader. Everybody's agenda. Everybody has an outside agenda. It ain't the decisions that they make. It ain't been for the best interest for the country. It's been for what the best interest of their constituents, of the people that put them in office.
Yeah, and you got the young-minded politicians that's thinking about the future. They are not going to get. They hardly ever get a chance. You see what I'm saying? They hardly ever get a chance. See, somebody like Together, Jenny, you know myself, Eve, anybody else like that. Guess what? We don't fall for that BS. We don't care what the lobbyists say. We're gonna follow. We're gonna try to keep our promise and do what we're gonna do. You see what I'm saying? See, they don't want no people like us in office, do they?
Well, the thing is, you can get more done. You can get more done by putting pressure on the people in the office. The regular people outnumber politicians. Okay, so we as people, if we use our voice and our voting power, we could actually get something done. We could actually get something done at a local level. It starts at the local level.
Yep, we sure do. It sure do. And on to the Georgia, I heard allegedly Keisha Obama is going to try to run for governor.
Let me tell you something, man.
What do you think about that?
Y'all, I'm finna tell y'all about the gun line, whether you want to hear it or not.
Go ahead.
Let me tell them about the gun line, man.
Go ahead, tell them. And before you say it, tell them about the gun line. And Perdue decided not to run for John Ossoff for position.
Let me tackle this one thing about Keisha Bottoms. Okay, it's two reasons why she's not gonna win. Number one, Cop City. Cop City was originally her idea, and when they just completed it, you saw those people out there protesting it. They're gonna point the finger at her for Cop City happening, okay? Because that was her idea. She brought that idea to the table. That's reason number one why she's not gonna get elected. She's gonna, the lot of votes that she normally a Democrat would get. She's not gonna get. A lot of people gonna sit at home before they vote for her. The second reason is this state is not ready for a female governor. I don't give a damn if she's black, white, Asian, Hispanic, or what. The state of Georgia is not ready for a female governor. It ain't happening no time soon. Same thing with that White House. I done come to the realization and the conclusion that this country is not ready for a female president. It ain't happening in our lifetime. You will never see it happen in our lifetime. The closest you will ever see it, you would probably will ever see it happen if the only way it's going to happen, I'm going to tell you the only way it's going to happen. If a female is elected vice president and that sitting male president, something happens to him and she has to get sworn in as president, that's the only way we'll have a female president. Other than that, this country is not going to elect a female as president.
And I'm gonna tell you another reason why.
I just hate to say it. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I feel like a woman could make a darn good president. I feel like a woman can do anything a man can do. But
Keep the emotions out of it.
yeah, well, you got some men.
Yeah.
You got some men
Yeah, they really
that were emotional.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna tell you another reason why I think Keisha Lance Bottom would not win the governor. You remember what happened to them? That the two young male and female, when they were on their way home during that demonstration, and what the cops did to them, and how she handled it. That's still.
And then another thing, she made a promise to them parents, the mothers that lost their kids in that Atlanta child murders thing. She opened it back up, did a half-ass investigation. They didn't do a real thorough investigation. She broke a promise on that, and that's closed again. So a lot of people that would have came out and voted in a regular election, if it was a different name on the ballot, they would have got their vote. She would not be getting these. A lot of people are gonna sit at home that day because they just no.
Yeah. See, I feel like this.
I wish Kemp could run again for a third term. To be honest with you,
I'm gonna tell you like this: if it came down to her or Stacey Abrams win the Democratic nomination by a landslide. You know that, don't you?
I'm look, man.
I'm talking about the nomination for governor. Not mean since she's gonna win as governor. But
if they are both running as okay, so you talking about the primary? I think Stacey Abrams will wipe the floor with her in the primary because Stacey Abrams is more popular. She is more popular than Keisha Bottoms. But whoever comes off of that Republican side, I'll go as far as saying this. If Herschel Walker wanted to run for governor, if he ever wanted to be the governor of Georgia, this would be the best time for him to run. If Mark Richt wasn't sick, if he was not sick, if he did not have Parkinson's disease, and he wanted to get in politics and run on the Republican side, he would win by a landslide. Whoever come out of that Republican side is going to win. I'm sorry. Now, the only twist would be if they push a female to run on the Republican side and it'd be an all women's election. But I don't see that happening though, because I just don't think that this state is ready for a female governor. And when it comes to the White House, you see what Together put up. Let me put this up right here.
Yeah.
And I'm putting it up there for a reason. Not because of that beautiful picture of her, even though there is a beautiful picture. I'm putting it up there because, believe it or not, there are millions and millions of women in this country that feel the same way that our sis feel. They don't think a woman could successfully run this country. For whatever reason, there are a lot of women. They just feel more comfortable with a man being in charge. They feel more comfortable with with a man being the leader of the country. They feel it's just they just will sleep better at night with a man having the done nuclear bomb briefcase instead of a female. So let's not make it a misogyny thing. Let's not make it a, well, y'all being something. No, ain't nobody being sharp. Look, like I said, once again, let me make this statement again. I don't have no problem with seeing a woman being elected. Hell, to be honest, I was rooting for Hillary back in 2016. Because I wanted to, I've seen all other kinds of history made in my lifetime. I wanted to see that part of history be made in my lifetime, a first female president, but it looks like it's never going to happen in my lifetime. Because not only are there a lot of men against it, there are a lot of women against it as well.
Yeah.
And you see right here, Together is expressing her true feelings. A lot of women, and a lot of women were not going to say it out loud last year. They weren't going to say it out loud, like all them women that sat on CNN and them damn voting groups, focus groups, sitting up that line talking about, yeah, I'm gonna vote for Kamala. I'm gonna vote for Kamala. I'm gonna vote. And I told Lisa, I said, them women lying. Them women lying. Them white women lying. They ain't finna dare get on national TV. They ain't finna dare get on national TV and admit that they are not going to vote for a female because they don't feel comfortable with a female running this country. They don't feel comfortable with a female being a commander-in-chief. They don't feel comfortable with a female being the president at and wondering, will any of these other countries try us with a female in the White House? That's the problem. That's the problem that a lot of females have, and a lot of females that's against it.
Yeah.
And here's another reason too. A lot of women just are traditionalists. They feel like they ain't gonna vote for a woman for president because they feel like a man should be the head. Just like you got a lot of people. They will not go to a church, or they will not join a church that has a female pastor. You'll be surprised, man. It's a lot of people that do not believe that a woman should be in the pulpit, or a woman should be the head of a church or the pastor of a church.
You're right. I'm gonna ask you this question right here. You think in our state alone, if Brian Kemp is not, this is last year, you think Georgia will re-elect the Republican governor?
Yes, because let me tell you something. These Democrats are going to learn the hard way. It looked like they are, because they keep nominating women to run for these offices, they
got two dudes that threw their head in the ring for governor. So
whoever wins that Republican side, I don't give a damn if it's a grocery store owner. I don't give a damn if it's somebody we ain't never heard of. They gonna win. Mm-hmm. They gonna win because, and like I said, I'm not against it, Jenny. I'm not against it at all. Jenny said, I believe a woman can, but I don't think America as the world's superpower should have a female at the helm. And people, this is what I was trying to say on the night of the election. Some people were saying, well, Mondo, you were making excuses. No, a lot of women that I had conversations with after the election, they were, man, bro, they were saying the same thing. They were saying the same exact thing, that they could not sleep comfortably at night knowing that a woman was running this country?
Hold on. Leave it together to make a joke. I gotta put this up right here. She said, I don't want a female getting mad and pushing the button because Tyrone's side chick is in Sudan.
Well, that's a comical way of putting it. So I
Yeah.
can translate what she's saying.
Yeah.
I don't want. Okay, so let's just say, in what she's is some truth to what she was saying, because look,
Yeah.
Kamala and her husband. Little did we know, Kamala and her husband were having marital issues. So let's just say if she had a warrant,
Mm-hmm.
and then shortly after her inauguration, the husband just started his mess, tipped out on her. Now, and we ain't making it about, because I don't want anybody to think that it's a Democrat Republican issue. Together ain't making it about no Democratic Republican issue. Because remember, we heard the same thing about Sarah Palin.
Yep.
They said the same thing about Sarah Palin. They were like, okay, you and your dude, y'all ain't on good terms, and your daughter is running around here busting it wide open to different men. You can't control your household. How you gonna run the country?
There you go.
So,
yep.
But I already know what they're gonna do. I already know what the Democrats gonna do, man. They're gonna in 2028, instead of getting that dude Shapiro dude ready, or instead of getting that dude down there, Gabby's husband would have been the perfect nominee for president for the Democratic Party. No, what they gonna do is they gonna get in their emotions and they gonna try to run it back with Kamala, and she gonna lose again.
But I'm gonna say this right here. With the midterms coming up, I don't know how many states got midterms coming. I know I was coming up next year, right? With Brian Kemp not on the ticket, how many seats in the Senate and the House of the state of Georgia, State House, Senate, and Representative, they're going to lose without him on the ticket?
I don't think they're gonna lose. I don't think they're gonna lose hardly any. I'm gonna tell you why. Georgia is booming.
Yeah.
Georgia booming. The economy is booming here in Georgia. Jobs. You look, man, it ain't hard to find a job down here. The housing is booming. Real estate is booming. Business is booming in Georgia. When I tell you, I wish this man could run for a third term, I really do. And believe me, I couldn't stand this man back in 2018. I could not stand him. I couldn't stand Brian Kemp. But that goes to show you, you got to look past that party crap. You got to look past the donkey and the elephant. At the end of the day, it's about the individual. And this man has done a damn good job. I'm going to go as far as saying this. In my lifetime, in my adult life, Brian Kemp is the best damn governor we've had in Georgia in my lifetime. Now, I don't know what Lester Maddox and all them other governors did before my time, but I'm talking about since I've been around, I'm telling you, Brian Kemp has done the best job as governor. He's been, to me, he's done the best job as governor. Business is booming. Business is booming all across the state.
Okay. How about on the federal level? How about the federal level? You think them candidates on either side will get reelected in midterms?
It depends on where the economy is. The election, the last election, okay. Every election has a novelty. Okay. The novelty in 2024 was immigration. It was about immigration and the crime that them immigrants were creating, all of that, sex trafficking and all of that, it all rolled up into one. And we've had many discussions about self-trafficking, and a lot of the perpetrators were illegal immigrants. Okay. Now, I think 2028 is going to be about the economy. It's going to be about the economy. Wherever do you talking about the midterms, or you talking about the election?
I'm talking about the midterm.
The midterms, once again, the economy, the state, whatever the economy does between now and the end of November, it's going to roll over into 2026. And if the economy is booming going into like February, March of 2026, oh man, ain't nobody hardly losing their seat. If anything,
That in the state of Georgia.
Yeah, if anything got done, man, the Republicans gonna flip some old seats.
Yeah.
But we just got to see how the economy is gonna trend.
Yeah.
So, and you know, hopefully, God forbid, don't no stupid war break out or anything like that. We good. I don't root against no president. Just so you got some people that, okay, so they voted for the other person, and the person that won, that the person that won that they didn't win, that they didn't want to win, they will root against that. And I would never root against my president.
Yeah.
I want my president to succeed. I want Trump to succeed. I want Trump to do great things for this country. Because guess what? If Trump does great things and make great decisions for this country, then guess what? It's good for all of us. It's good for all of us. So why would anyone want to wish bad on this man? Why would anyone would be secretly rooting against this man? Because if he messes up, then we all messed up. So I don't, and that goes to another subject here. You know, I don't like to mix sports in with anything like that. But the hoopla, the backlash that Saquon Barkley was getting for going to play golf with Trump, and you know, becoming all buddy buddies with, who the hell would not want that? I mean, come on, it's an honor to play golf with the damn sitting president of the United States. It's an honor to ride on Air Force One with the sitting president of the United States. Are you kidding me? Come on now. You know, we all can agree to disagree, but at the end of the day, when the election is over, we are one. We are Americans first. We ain't Republicans, Democrat first. We Americans first.
Yep.
So you want the man to succeed. And so far, you know, some of the decisions, he's going bold. He's going bold this time around. And hey, you can't do nothing but respect that. Like the Section 8 thing, ending Section 8 and making it only for elderly and the disabled. I think that's a damn good idea. I feel like that should have been done when they did welfare reform back in '94. I think they should have did what Trump is trying to do now with Section 8. I think they should have did that back in 1994 when they reformed welfare. They should have reformed Section 8, because you see, when you got these women that's opening their legs up and getting pregnant, having 5 and 6 and 7 babies so they can live off the government and get Section 8 and pay $5 and $6 rent, where you're taking from these disabled people, you're taking from elderly people, and also I would also add vets. I feel like vets, old vets, like when you get up in age, when you get up and become 60 and 70 years old, I feel like you should be given a Section 8 voucher.
See, and I'm gonna tell you one thing. I kind of disagree with them about doing. The VA went all that in the first place. You see what I'm saying? That's across the country.
Hmm.
But when he laid off or fired whatever he did to some of them workers at the VA, I think that was the wrong move. Myself,
We don't know yet.
we don't know. We
We
don't know
don't
yet.
know
But
yet. What it is I'm gonna tell you what he had to do. He had, you know that old saying, bro. It's like a contractor. A contractor that's trying to build a nice house. Okay, but you got an old raggedy house that's sitting on that property. So what you got to do first? You got to demo it down. You got to demo that house down. You got to tear it down in order to build a stronger foundational home.
yeah,
Now, some of the things he's doing, it may seem unorthodox, but that Section 8 thing, I definitely agree with it, because you had a lot of people, and I seen it with my own eyes, and I know you have too, that was misusing those benefits. Them girls would purposely go get pregnant so they could get a Section 8 voucher, move in the projects, and be having them dope boys living up in the damn apartment, trapping out of their damn apartment.
and that goes across all lines right there. You know what I'm saying? Cause I look at it like this here. If you do that, what benefits are these people doing, getting that just about worked all their life to get? And Social Security, that's not much. You know how much you put more in Social Security than you get back. When you
Well, the
retire
thing is, he's. I think this will free up money, government money for elderly. He ain't leaving the elderly out. This is going to free up a lot of money for the elderly, and it's going to free up a lot of money for the disabled. I just hope he adds vets to it. Now I know myself, I was reserve. I was National Guard Reserve, but you and Sniper, y'all were, Snipers were Marines, and you was in the regular Army. Y'all saw war action. So when y'all get up in the 60s, hit your 60s, I feel like y'all should be eligible for those Section 8 vouchers.
Yeah, and Together said she took her uncle to the VA, and they waited damn near 8 hours, and he was in severe pain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I was saying, bro. Sometimes you got to tear down a raggedy house if you want to build a better house. You got to tear down a raggedy house and build back up the better house. Jenny, I agree with you. Ronald Reagan cuts hurt America. Yeah, that voodoo, I call it voodoo economics. That trickle down economics crap. It was a bunch of crap. Trump reminds me of Reaganomics with the. I don't know now. Cause see, the thing about it is, Reagan. Let me tell you something, Jenny. Everything Reagan did was for the wealthy. The things that Trump is doing, regular people are feeling it. Regular people are benefiting from it. Like opportunity zones, regular people, regular men and women, citizens, benefited from that. Mm-hmm.
And Together said there was a lady, she was an RN, she was paying $89 per month in rent. They caught up with her. She was mad because she said now you got to pay regular rent. She said RN. I'm like that. You're an RN. You got enough money to pay rent. why she mad?
Do you know how much RN make, man? RN, man, let me tell you something. The RN, they make 6 figures.
I know.
You remember that song Too Short had he put out back in the 90s, Money in the Ghetto?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the video?
Yeah, nurses.
He talked about that in them lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
He talked about it, bro. Money in the ghetto. You could trap, and your rent. Man, I don't know about no $28, $80. That's high compared to the people I know. They were paying back in the days. They were paying $8, $10, $20 a month. Mm-hmm.
But I still say that we as people, as humans, I don't care what skin tone you are, we need to start growing our own stuff. Till they get all the nasty stuff out of the food that they got in the food, we need to start growing our own stuff. That's just it.
Well, I'm trying to tell you, man, it takes a village.
Yeah.
And we, like I said, that goes back to what I said earlier, man. We got enough millionaires and billionaires amongst the black community. I mean, everybody could put their money in together and buy up a whole bunch of land and like grow vegetables, buy a bunch of cows and chickens and farms and stuff, man. That's a damn good investment.
Yeah.
But man, look, man, if I'm an athlete, man, and I'm making that kind of money, man, I'm buying farms. I'm investing in agriculture and farms. I'm buying land. I ain't going out there buying no damn Lamborghinis and buying coochie. You're talking about building a legacy? Buy some land. Land holds value forever.
You're right. It holds value forever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I keep telling. That what I keep.
Ain't that like having deeds to a land, bro? Woo, ain't that like it?
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you this right here. That's why I keep talking about my hometown, where I'm at. We got the land in the house with a pecan tree that's still standing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants a pecan? I go down there and get them. You feel what I'm saying? I go down there. I go down there and get it. So it's like, think about it. Got one, like you said, level of respect. You got to do that. You got to do that. You got to do that yourself. You know what I'm saying? It don't only start at the state level. It starts at the city level. Feel what I'm saying? It starts at the city level. Then goes to the county. Then go to the state. Then go to the federal. Feel what I'm saying? If people start doing that right there, them steps right there, it'll get better. When you say?
Exactly. Before we can change anything federally, we got to change locally. How we gonna try to make an impact federally when we can't make an impact locally?
You're right.
The people vote is a powerful tool, a powerful weapon, if people knew how to use it. And when I say by people know how to use it, what I mean by that, quit going to the damn booth in November, midterms, and November election. Salute to you, you knew. Quit going in the voting booths and looking at the damn names and seeing an R and a D by it and saying, oh, he a Democrat. Oh, she a Democrat. Vote, 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 vote. Oh, he a Republican. Oh, she a Republican. Oh, I'm voting Republican, 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 Democrat, Democrat, Democrat. That's blind voting.
Mm-hmm.
Do your due diligence, do your homework, do your research on a person. Find out what they're offering on their platform. Because you never know, if you're the type of voter, you may be a registered Democrat voter, but this Republican candidate may be offering some programs that benefit your pockets, that may be matching what you are, what agenda you're trying to push. The Democrat, while you're blind voting Democrat, 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 that Democrat may be offering something on his or her platform that actually goes against your best wishes. And you have to be careful with that blind voting. That's what I mean by, if we know how to use our vote and use it to our advantage. But we have to start vetting these candidates and quit looking at the damn initial by their name, where there's a D or R, and just automatically giving them our vote just because they're a Democrat or Republican. I didn't like Brian Kemp when he first came in office. I didn't like Brian Kemp. I know he did some shady stuff to get in office, but when I tell you, this man has been the greatest damn governor. He been the damn greatest. He overachieved times 10. In my lifetime, he's been the greatest governor of Georgia that I've ever seen. This man, when he came into office, our state was in bad shape. You got to admit that Georgia was in bad shape, man.
Yeah,
Georgia is booming. This state booming, man. Business is booming.
See,
Business booming, man.
Yeah. That time we're talking about them 19 families that got that land down there in Wilkinson County.
Mm-hmm.
They got it after Ahmaud Arbery and other incident. It was aiming to create a place where Black family could thrive. The initial goal include establishing a Black-centric community, promoting self-sufficient through agriculture and digital citizenship, and fostering cooperative economic, right? And the project is still ongoing with plans for tiny house bills, agricultural projects, and investment opportunity in the community. That's what we're talking about right there. And isn't that what we're talking about right there? Isn't that what we're talking about?
It's a start.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
start. But you have to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
Man, look. So is violence. So is violence where? You knew. Because violence has gone down in Georgia. I can't speak for other places, but violence has gone down in Georgia.
Yeah.
Violence has gone down. Georgia ain't nothing like it was in my opinion. Georgia ain't nothing like it was 10, 15 years ago, bro. You got to admit, violence has gone down, man. So, I think Atlanta, that new mayor has gotten in there and he's cooled things off. Keisha Bottoms kind of let it get out of hand. Kasim Reed, I don't know what the hell he was doing. He had his chasing skirts.
And he had
his mind on coochie. He went.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you what. Hey, he had it. Look, he had his hand in too many cookie jars. Put it that way.
Yeah.
and I'm telling you, like this right here. Like I said, Freedom Georgia. That's a start.
Mm-hmm.
When people start putting their money together, and start buying land, and start thinking about let's build this, and let's get this done. This be a better place.
Mm-hmm.
When I said people, I'm not talking about white, black, Hispanic, whatever. I'm talking about everybody.
Hmm. Let me address the crime. Let me address the crime thing. You knew. I think the first thing, if you in here, I hope you still in here. The first thing we need to do is we need to address the elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room is the justice system. From, in my opinion, they don't give a damn about females. The justice system has failed women.
Yeah.
I don't understand how a man can grape a 13-year-old girl and be back out on the streets a year and a half later. I mean, you got dudes that are getting handed 10, 20 years for getting caught with keys of dope. But a man grapes a 13-year-old child. A 13-year-old child can be let back on the damn streets a year and a half later. Tell me, how is it that, say if I gun down you knew, I only get maybe like 10, 15 years. But if I gun you down, D-Truth, I'm getting life. So you mean to tell me the life of a man is more valuable than the life of a woman in this country? That's problem number one. When a woman is getting harassed and stalked by a man, and she goes down to the police station, and they take her through the ringer, and sometimes don't even grant her a TPO to protect herself. And if she's lucky enough to get that TPO, that woman ends up dead 2-3 weeks later because the justice system did not protect her.
I got two stories.
That's problem number one in this country. This country, the justice system does not protect women. Women and children. Women and children. The justice system do not protect neither one of them.
I'm gonna tell you, I got two stories for that one right there. The one, this happened in California. This happened in California together. A white sheriff deputy convicted of violently assaulting a black woman will face a prison sentence. Now, new Trump appointed prosecutor wants to erase a jury verdict and let him walk. Is that fair? Is that fair?
It's not. It's not. That's what I'm saying. It's and I think that's the problem with our country, man, with the justice system, bro. It does not protect women and it don't protect children. Just look at the sex trafficking issues in this country.
They take it serious.
Do you honestly think that if a lot of men were being snatched off the streets, the way the women being snatched off the streets, if a lot of men were coming up missing, do you honestly think that by now they wouldn't have been aggressive and come up with some kind of aggressive tactics to put a stop to it? Come on, man.
I'm telling you another story. I told you this on the phone with I think you're together, but this woman, it was on. I forgot what it was watching. It was on. It's based off of reality. This woman was being beat by her husband, divorced him, got a restraining order against him. Them restraining order nothing but a piece of paper. That's all it is. And he broke down the door, broke down her house door. The kids in there. She was able to call 911. You know that 911 operator didn't do her job, make it priority, the highest priority. Then when they finally got the cops to come out there, they stopped by 7-Eleven.
Man, let me tell you something.
Then by the time they got there, guess what? 3 days later, guess what her family found her? In a bathtub.
Let me tell you something. When a woman is granted a restraining order, when anybody is granted a restraining order, there should be a patrol. There should be an officer patrolling that area at all times. You got enough manpower, you got enough boots on the ground. Can't nobody sit there and tell me where it ain't enough police officers to patrol these women homes that file for restraint. That's BS. Because hold on. I go by Racetrack and QT and see these damn cops sit posted up 5, sometimes 10 deep out there eating donuts and drinking coffee. Come on, man.
Hey, you know another thing? Oh, but they got the manpower to stick out a dope boy house.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You got enough manpower to stake out a dope boy's house, but you got enough manpower to protect this woman.
Or set up roadblocks. Or ride around, look for people with expired tags and stuff like that, but they ain't got enough officers to patrol a woman's house that's in the system for that has a active restraining order on a male. Come on, man.
And he been locked up for domestic violence already. And you don't have the manpower. Come on. Nah. See, that's another thing that needs to be changed at the city, county, and state level right there. See, because me, myself, I seen it firsthand. Put it away. Remember I had to whoop that dude ass, my sister, my nephew, daddy. I had to whoop his ass. You remember I told you about that?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to whoop my mom ex-boyfriend ass. Because they put their hands on him. See, and that right there tells me some of these folks that's in office do not give a damn. That's including some of these women's in office.
Yeah.
Until it happened to them.
Yeah, because I see a lot of women judges letting men walk out of court with a slap on the wrist for domestic violence. I've seen that. That damn judge, that female judge down there in Clayton County. You know what I'm talking about? I seen that lady let this dude beat the hell out of this girl. This girl had all kinds of bruises and black eyes on her darn face. And they both went up in front of the judge. The dude got a damn slap on the wrist. I said, I'll be damned.
That's why some DV victims
don't come forward. They don't come forward.
Mm-hmm. And then you got some of these. Not only that, you got some of these fake DV victims. So what for the police to believe them or not? And then that's why some of these DV victims stay with the ones that doing the abusing.
Or they'll take matters in their own hands.
Yeah.
And I would rather take option B than option A. If I was giving you advice. Ladies, go to the gun range. Go to the gun range and take you up some kickboxing classes. You'll be surprised. The life that you save will be your own.
Yep.
Because these cops don't give a damn about you. The justice system don't give a damn about you.
Because I'm gonna tell you, if they don't give a damn about locking some black men up for a little drug charges and giving them more time than abuser, what they think? Y'all, put away. Y'all sisters are the lowest thing on the doggone totem pole.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, is what it is. So it just, like I said, the city level we got to start at. I'm willing to start at the city level. How about you, Armando?
Change starts locally.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And
you
before
said, they get you. Like you said, they getting ready to give reparations in DeKalb County. Who would ever thought that? Who would have
I ain't see
ever
that
thought
coming.
that?
Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what's in DeKalb County, Stone Mountain. And you know what Stone Mountain was known for?
Man, that was the birthplace of the Klan.
All hangings was done there. So we talked about all different things. It wasn't basically politics. It was basically getting us geared up, get our mind right. You got to know your self-worth. Bottom line, what is your self-worth? Are you worthy? Are you ready to make that change? That's what Mike said. You got to make that change. It's time to make that change, ain't it? Got to start with self. Got to start with your city.
Yep, it's a lot of things, man. If I was in office, I would make a lot of changes. You know, definitely, I would toughen up on these crimes against women. That would definitely be number one. Yeah, I mean, you toughen up on them crimes against women. That'll put a stop to all this domestic violence crap. That'll put a stop, all this sexual assault and all of that. It'll put a stop to it. But if you don't do nothing about it, it's gonna continue.
And you know, hey, that's one I tighten up on. You know, another thing I tighten up on is the police that do is that don't defend their oath or the Constitution. Hey, they ain't getting none of police. I'm taking their police certification. See what I'm saying? See, them two things right there go hand in hand. Cause the one that doing this, the one doing that, guess what? They don't care about no TV. They rather sit there and look at you.
Yeah, man, it's almost 1 o'clock, man. I'm gonna get ready to drop on down. I'm gonna go ahead and get my final thoughts.
Go ahead.
Change, like me and my bro been saying all night, change begins at the local level. So I think if we want to exercise our voting power, we all need to start on the local level. I want to thank everybody for coming out, joining me and my bro here on this rainy, well, it doesn't stop raining. It's unusual cool Monday night here in Georgia. But hey man, it was a great topic, great discussion. But I still stand on what I said earlier. If you can afford 2 women and you have the stamina to satisfy 2 women, you should be allowed to marry both of them. Might as well. If you married the one and you messing around with another, what's the difference? The only difference is you got papers on one and you ain't got papers on the other. So you know, I feel like you should be allowed to marry both women if you can afford to take care of them. All I'm saying.
See what T-Kettle say?
See, together old school. Together old school. That's why she said, hell no. Nah. She old school. I'm just saying. I ain't saying me. That's not for me personally. But I'm just saying, you know, every man ain't got the same appetite when it comes to women. Some men need more than one woman to satisfy them. You know, for me, one is enough for me. One is enough for me.
Me too. Hey, more power to you. You do what you gonna come in the city.
I mean, one woman is enough for me, but you got some men out here that they greedy. They need 2 women in the bed with them. So I feel like if you gonna do it, like be under one roof, walk down the aisle with both of them and marry both of them. Take care of both of them. Let both of them reap all the benefits.
You see what T-Kettle said, right? You see what T-Kettle said, don't you?
What?
Well, let a hope be a hope.
That ain't, look, let me tell you something. Hey, look, some women are already doing that. But my thing is, what I'm saying is, I said if he can afford to take care of both women. If he can afford. I'm not saying that's for me. I'm not saying that for me. I'm a one-woman man. Okay, I'm a one-woman man. But there are some men out here that have a huge appetite for women. It take more than one woman to satisfy them.
Oh man. Uh-oh.
Well, my thing is, look.
Let me see what you
My
just said.
thing
Right?
is, huh?
Let me
What
what
you
you just
say?
said. She said,
I was
"Come on,
always
no."
testing it. Don't make me verbally assault. No, I'm just saying. Hey, look. Look. You know what? I tell you what. Hey, look. Tell me I'm lying when I say what I'm getting ready to say. It'll cut down on divorces. It'll cut down on cheating. It'll cut down on cheating. You know why? Here's why. Because the side chick and the wife, they will instead of it being a side chick on the other side of town and the wife at home, you'll have both of them at home with you. You'll be taking care of both of them. So, you know.
Oh.
Hey, while y'all bullshit, it's legal in Utah for a reason now. Think about it. Hey, the crime is low in Utah. You don't hear about no mess going on in Utah. Hey, do you hear about anything bad happening in Utah? The truth.
Oh, hey, I ain't heard nothing bad. Hey, look, unless it's on the low, very low, they ain't putting it on the internet. But hey, to each his own.
All of y'all now that talking about, nah, you're disagreeing with me. But tell me now, why is the crime and the divorce rate so low in the state of Utah? Why is the crime and the divorce rate so low in Utah?
Oh Lord, have mercy.
You know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody have a comeback for that. Don't nobody have a comeback for that.
Yeah, whoever stays in Utah.
But see, in the states where you can only have one wife and one husband, those are the states where the divorce rates are the highest. It would be a fight every day. Hell, it'd be a fight every day when it's one wife and one husband. What's the damn difference?
She said you can take your ass to Utah.
No, see, look, hey, don't shoot the messenger. But I'm telling you, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. I'm gonna give you an example. Okay, let's take the state of Louisiana and the state of Utah. Okay, the divorce rate is 3 times higher in Louisiana than it is in Utah.
Uh-oh.
Come on now.
Uh-oh. You forget your do on your dad. You already got gender together on you. Oh, Lord.
Nope, you knew Salt Lake City is a major city. Salt Lake City pretty big. But tell them, D-True, Salt Lake City is a major city.
Yeah, it's a major city.
Yeah, Utah ain't no small little bitty city now. They hosted the Olympics a couple of years ago.
But I'm gonna say this right here. I wonder how well do that work out.
You knew. Answer the question. What state has the highest divorce rate? Louisiana or Utah? Hey, together, it's inbreds all across the country. Come on now. It's inbreds all across the country. You never seen Jerry. Look, you never seen Jerry Springer do no show in the state of Utah. It's inbreds all across the country. That goes on. I'm telling you, that goes on all over the country. New York, Cali, Georgia, Louisiana, Texas. That go on everywhere.
Well, guess what? They're gonna be another show. That might be the show for tomorrow.
Hey. Next time you come up, pull a chart up of divorce, lowest divorce rates and highest divorce rates. I guarantee you, yeah, I'm nasty with one woman though.
Hey, Jenna said, "Hey, Mono, have you ever seen that show about escaping Mormonism?"
See, let me tell you something.
Oh hell,
That is a myth. Okay, that is a myth. You got regular people that are not Mormons. You got non-Mormon people that are living not a you call it polygamy, man, but you got regular citizens where you got two women and one man living together, and they all share everything together, and they all married to each other.
yeah. But like I said, tomorrow.
And Jennifer Lez, you got some the truth. Have you ever been to a Baptist church? You ever been to a Baptist church? The mother of the church is the wife. Okay, and the pastor got a chick. The pastor got a chick, the lead singer in the choir. He's smashing her. He's smashing one of the deacon wives. Come on now. That stuff go on in the Baptist churches too. They just try to hide it. Come on now. We'll see. Let me tell you something. Over here in 20 East, we keep this thing trill. We keep this thing trill, y'all. Come on now. Don't y'all know now. Come on now. Come on now. For those that grew up in the church, you know the pastor was smashing women all throughout the church.
Well, guess what? We're gonna continue this tomorrow over my night. I think it'll be a hell of a conversation. It's gonna be a hell of a conversation tomorrow.
I got a good topic for tomorrow night, man. I got a good topic for tomorrow. We gotta talk about this. Why mothers and daughters are going behind each other's back, screwing each other's men.
Ooh, I seen a video on that.
I'm gonna have the I will have the thumbnail ready for you by lunchtime tomorrow.
All right.
Mothers and daughters creeping with each other's men.
Lord have mercy, mercy. Here we go.
Well, that gonna be it. Hey man, what time you gonna kick that live off tomorrow?
I don't know. I'll let you know. Hey, I'll probably be here by around 8:30. It probably be about around 9. We're gonna kick it off. Cause they're gonna be funny. You're gonna get in trouble. Hey, they're gonna get you tomorrow. 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 You know that, right?
I'm gonna be ready. Hey, look, hey, we're just having a discussion. I'm not saying I agree with any of it, but it goes on. It happens. It happens.
Well, in a final word, because they go. Jen, how are you feeling today? How you feeling today?
Hey, I got one more thing to say. If you can satisfy both of them, you can afford both of them, you should be able to marry both of them. I'm Armando Black. And the Wolf King has left the building. Good night, everybody. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Peace.
Oh, hold on. You see what she said, don't you? Uh-oh.
I believe it. I believe it.
Oh Lord have mercy. Oh boy. Hey, we have fun of it, but we bring the truth and we speak our mind. I'm saying? Yeah. I'm glad you almost healed. Next time don't try to run in no heels, Jenny.
Yeah, be careful in them heels. What some 6-inch heels? Stilettos or something, like she tried to run in some stilettos?
She said they were some heels. I don't know. I don't know how tall they were. And she put a laughing emoji.
Man, you remember that day I was walking through that ice?
Yeah.
It was I ain't bullshit. It was a girl out there in some stiletto boots walking in that same ice that I was walking in.
She said, yes, indeed. 6-inch. Stilettos heels.
Man, let me tell you something. Well, you got to have some strong legs. I don't see how y'all women walking them things, man.
Oh man, she said she would climb the pole.
I don't know about no climbing the pole is one thing, but walking in ice in some stiletto boots. I said to myself, man, how the hell is this woman doing that?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
You got some strong calves and some strong legs to be walking through some ice and some stilettos, man.
And I know Jenny gonna put them. I guarantee Jenny put them heels back on again.
You can put them on, just don't run in them. you mess around and make the wrong cut.
I'm
gonna break your damn ankle in half.
No, I don't think she was running. I think she got she caught a little slag on the carpet.
Oh,
you know how that go on the sidewalk or something.
Man,
you know how that go.
Man, I don't see how women wear them things, man. I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. But they love them. Them women love their heels, man. They love their heels. They love their heels, man. I don't see how they do it, man.
Look at her. She was having a hot girl summer. That's what she was trying to do.
Oh, okay.
You see what she said, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, I ain't mad at you. Mad at you.
Get it how you live.
Yeah. But in the final words and final thoughts, you got any more shorts coming up tomorrow that we need to laugh at?
Hey,
and together, don't be drinking nothing because you're going to spit it out if you look at them.
Yeah, don't be drinking or eating when you sit down and watch my shorts now. Because I'm telling you now, they're going to get better and better and better and more creative. The other said she got to find a word.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what you got to say. I know it's going to be so smart. Boy, I know she got so smart to say to you, to both of us. I know it coming. She trying to type fast, too. Don't mistype. Do 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 do.
I'm serious though. I don't. You know what though, man? I think I don't see anything. If you actually think about it, if you actually think about it, man, that right there would cut down on a lot of mess. If a man was allowed to have 2 wives, if he could satisfy 2 women, and he could afford to take care of 2 women, and he can prove that he can afford to take care of 2 women, why not?
She still said the 2 they were F up the house.
Man, hell, one woman F up the house. One woman F up the house.
But hey, I see what you're saying, but he got to show both of them equal amount of attention.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said he has to prove that he can afford both women. Like if one woman want a Louis Vuitton bag, you can't buy one woman a Louis bag and buy the other one a cheap ass bag. No, you got to buy both of them a Louis bag.
Yeah.
If one want Gucci, you got to buy the other one Gucci.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If
But,
one woman want 3-carat diamond ring, you got to get the other one. You got to get the other one 3-carat diamond ring. You can't short one woman for the other one. Both of them, they got to get equal treatment.
now with 3, boy, if a 3, you stretch yourself thin with 3,
You smash one, you got to smash them both.
and you better do it good to both of them.
You eat one coochie, you gotta eat both coochies.
But
You let one give you head, you gotta let the other one give you head.
go and say your final thought is shit out.
Hey y'all.
Hey, you already know what Jenny up there in that house doing, don't you? Oh, you gotta see this. You gotta see this.
Where? Ain't look. Look. Let me tell you something. Here's how I know that ain't gonna happen. See, she ain't listening to what I'm saying. Ain't no woman. A woman rarely want to take care of one man. Ain't no woman finna take care of no 2 men. Ain't no woman finna take care of it. I said pay the bills, take care of them financially and physically. Ain't no woman finna do that for no 2 men. Ain't no woman finna do that for no 2 men. No.
That tweet you. She said, "Look her ass," and then she said, "Now it's different."
Look. I'm saying so if a woman can afford to do that, if she can afford to do that, yeah, she should be allowed to do that. If she can afford to do it.
Yeah, that's
but the same rules apply to her together. She got to be able to pay both of them men bills. She got to take care of both of them men. She got to feed, clothe them, get them what it is. She can't buy one man a Xbox and not buy the other husband an Xbox. She got to be able to afford to take care of both husbands. It ain't just about sex. You got to be able to satisfy them financially too.
Lord have mercy.
You see that D-Truth? You see what the last thing she just typed? Thank you for proving my point.
Yeah.
You only gonna have men. That's why I said allow that man. A man would do that before a woman will.
Yeah. What Jenny said, she ain't on her pole tonight. The man cave is closed till her last doctor appointment for the fall. So she ain't on the pole tonight.
Damn, bro. So they got a dungeon room? They got a dungeon room, bro?
We don't want
everybody should have a dungeon room.
Look, we don't know. We don't want to know what's going on down there, Jenny. Don't even tell her. We don't even want to know. Yeah, final thoughts and shout out, and we will be back tomorrow. Because this conversation all boiled down to is your self-worth, you love and respect yourself, and your self-love.
Together said I would be coming in for mechanical services. Oh yeah, if you're gonna change one female oil, you gotta change the other female oil. Everybody has equal opportunity to loving.
Yeah, okay. All right. We'll continue this tomorrow. What we're going to get into tomorrow, God, we'll be here all night. See? And I got something special probably planned for Thursday or Friday, whatever. Yeah, I'm going to get back on my wrestling tip. Since the NBA club go on, I'm talking what's going on wrestling and all the other stuff. So, and then final words. Let's get out of here. I want 1:30.
Hey, in the final words, hey, double your pleasure, double your fun. All right, everybody, I'm out.
Have mercy, mercy me. Yeah, everybody. Like I always said, thank you for joining me. Hey, hope we learned something. You know, I'll try to bring the best content I can bring and give y'all something to think about, give something y'all to research. Like I always say, love and respect yourself. Because when you love and respect yourself, you see through the BS. And self-love is the best kind of love, because who can love you better than you love yourself? Peace. I'm out.
This has been a 20 East Media Network LLC presentation. If you have not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And please like and share this video. Thank you and have a good day.
This is The Truth, and this is 20 East Media Network LLC production. All rights reserved.